Pat McLaughlin here, Mindset Minute. Got a great one here today. Jim Rohn's Reinvention Project is a great podcast to listen to. And there's a podcast I listened to this morning on a morning walk. The guy's name is Colin Henderson. And I listened to most of it. I still got about 20 minutes left. But he gave a couple great things that I would like to share today on the Mindset Minute. And the first thing he talked about was called mental fitness. You know, we're all worried about physical fitness, but are we really worried, really concerned or questioning our mental fitness? And he wants us to really put that as self-awareness as far as what is our mental fitness. The brain is designed to survive, not to thrive. So we're going to combat that. And so fear is a physical response to a mental threat. So fear is a physical response to a mental threat. I'll give you just two examples here. One is, I was a lector at my church, and I'll never forget this. I went up to read in front of the congregation, and I froze one time. I got nervous, and you know, I couldn't even breathe, or I was choking on my words, and it had nothing to do, but it was just a mental state I was in that caused a physical response, and that happens when we get nervous or we get embarrassed. There was a catastrophe this weekend in Eastern North Carolina about a baseball player going to ECU got in a serious boat propeller injury. It was awful. But when I read it, I became emotional just by the reading of it, and it had physical effects. So it just, the mind blends through the physical body, so to speak. So it's mind, body are connected. Unfortunately, a lot of these thoughts that we have are negative. They're called ANTs, automatic negative thoughts, ANT. And so they're predicting, or Colin Henderson said, 4 to 5 of these thoughts we have in our head are sometimes negative. So how do we combat that? You know, who is in charge? Is it the thinker or is it the thought? So something to ponder there. And what he talks about is the thinker has control of these thoughts, because a lot of these thoughts can turn into actions. So he talks about mental conditioning, and he talks about things like breathing, self-talk, being present, visualization, things that you can, again, what he's calling innercise versus exercise, right? Those exercises you can do for your brain to help control these thoughts. You know, how you talk to yourself is critical too, right? He says language is the wardrobe of your beliefs. I thought that was pretty interesting, okay? How you're talking to yourself. And he talks about fear. You know, the difference between a coward and a warrior. They both have fear. But cowards run away from fear. Warriors run to it. And he talked about a concept called the cave that you fear to enter often holds the treasure that you seek. I think that's a pretty cool thing. He talks about the 4 sources of fear, and they are drama, trauma, your daddy, or your mama. And I thought that was pretty interesting, is the past. We kind of get stuck in our past with these things that hold us back. And so the last thing I'll mention is his daily primer. I think this is pretty good. He talks about breathing. There's lots of things you could talk about, boxed breathing, things that can really help slow you down. And then he talks about the concept called HAW, H-A-W. And what that means simply is, and he does this for 4 minutes a day, 4 minutes in the morning. He breathes and he does the HAW. And the HAW stands, what I have, and that's basically gratitude. So the H is have, gratitude. The A is affirmation, you know, talking to yourself in a positivity through prayer, through meditation. I can do this, affirmation. And W is I will, basically visualizing the action you're going to take. So again, breathing, gratitude, which is have, affirmation, and will, which is visualization. So Mindset Minute, a little longer than a minute, of course. Colin Henderson, Jim Rohn Reinvention Project. Go get it, enjoy it. Let me know if I could be of any assistance. Thank you.